Commissioners Forum?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I only want to take the time, based on the things that you heard from the two speakers during public forum, to reiterate my request that the Board of County Commissioners direct the county administrator to go ahead and release the shade transcripts from the Inner Island situation.
Mr. Chairman, I do have something somewhat disturbing to report. I've now been contacted by multiple people who, if you remember last week at this time, we had a discussion about the transcripts as it pertains to Inner Island, and I certainly did agree with Commissioner Underhill that I wanted to release them. However, upon getting legal guidance from our attorney and getting a more full understanding of the reasons why that should not happen, I stood down and I understand that those are, and now subsequently having read most of them, I understand that there's things in there that kind of give away our thoughts and perspectives on certain things as a board and how we handle issues with other entities, namely ECUA. But sadly and disturbingly, subsequent to that, this past week I've been contacted, and I've forwarded now those emails and that information to the attorney by several residents who said that that information's been released by one of our board members. Now, I'm not going to name it. I'm not going to say a name, but I am going to request, Mr. Chairman, that this be looked into because as Madam Attorney very clearly stated last week, that's not something that one board member has the right to do. That is reserved to us, the five of us, as the client. And her advice last week was, because we still have ongoing litigation, that those should not be released. And I abided by that. I have information that those have been released, and now multiple people are in possession of it. So I would ask, Mr. Chairman, without objection, that we have our Ethics and Compliance Department look into that and figure out where that leak came from.
Well, since you made an accusation that you're not going to call the name for the record, I didn't release it, so I want that put on the record.
Yeah, and I certainly didn't as well.
Commissioner Bergosh, I appreciate the comments. I tend to concur without, I don't know if there's objections from the board, but I'd take that as discussion and direction to ask Administrator Gilley to look into it.